I have a 2-year-old son, and something about like the event that happened today with him is what really taught me a lesson that I needed in life. It's like it was a lesson that, it just kind of just clicked to me when I seen it today. Like I never had a visual representation of this whole thing until I seen what happened today. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it this video, so you know, let's talk about it. So my son, 2 years old, and his favorite Halloween is, I said favorite Halloween, his favorite holiday is Halloween, right? His favorite holiday is Halloween. And the funny thing about that is that for some reason, even though he can watch all the scary movies and whatnot, for some reason, whenever it comes to like the decorations, like in front of him, he gets scared. And I don't know, like before, when he was younger, he wasn't really scared of it. But maybe just because he had no actual conscience. I'm not saying he has a fully developed conscience now, but it's developing. But now, like whenever there's scary stuff around him, he just gets so scared. And I don't know, I kind of just started thinking that it was something that he picked up from like a TV show or something. Like he seen a character was scared of some scary stuff, so he became scared of it. Because kids like to copy stuff, and he copies a lot of stuff that he sees. So I feel like it was just from a show that he watched or something. So yeah, so his older sister, she was scaring him with this spider, this toy spider that we have, and it's a realistic looking spider. And she kept on scaring him with it. And my wife, she was like, "Oh, stop scaring him with it." I'm like, nah. He's gonna lose this fear today. Today's gonna be the day that he stops being scared of like just objects, just like these things, right? He's not gonna be scared of the spider today. And so I took time out of my day to sit down with him, and I'm like, look at this spider, there's nothing wrong with it, nothing scary about it, it's fake, I was trying to let him know that it's just a toy, it's just a toy. But it really was not resonating with him. He was just so scared of it. But I didn't realize this yet. I didn't realize how scared of this spider he was until I told him, all right, look, all I want you to do is touch it. And then he was so scared to touch it, bro. So scared that it got to the point where it was just like, he started crying. Because he was just so scared of touching it. I told him that it's okay. His sister told him it's okay. His mom told him it's okay, like my wife. And still, it did not matter. He was just so scared of it. So I said, all right, we're gonna face your fears. Take this spider from my hand and throw it at the wall. So yeah, I told him to do that. He was like, no. I'm like, okay, so we had to start at small steps. So first I got him to touch it. So he started touching the spider. Even after he touched the spider, he was still scared to touch. He was still scared to grab it. So I said, you got to grab this spider and throw it at the wall. So then it just kept on going. He was scared. He didn't want to do it. But I was over here just affirming him, just giving him affirmations that you are strong. You can do it. You can do it. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to have fears. But you can do it. You can do it, Kyron. You can do it. And he just wasn't going for it. But then at the same time, his sister's right there, his mom's right there, and they're both saying other stuff to him while I'm trying to tell him one specific thing. They're like, my wife is like, oh, go ahead, throw it in the trash. Just take it and throw it in the trash. And then my daughter's like, oh, I want to do it. 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 Da, 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 I want to do it. So then it was just too much things going on at the same time. So I just felt like I just felt like it was just confused. It was giving him too much like too many loopholes out of grabbing the spider himself and throwing it at the wall. So then I let his sister pick it up and throw it at the wall so he can see that it's not scary. I picked it up, I threw it at the wall. And after that, it was like, okay, now I need you to do it. He still didn't want to do it. But slowly, he finally grabbed the spider by the tippy tip of his leg and chucked it. And it did not hit the wall. He chucked it and it did not get far enough to hit the wall. So I said, hey, you got to give me that spider back, put it back in my hand so you can throw it at the wall. So then he picked up the spider from this tippy point of his leg and put it back in my hand, and then he tried it again and got a little bit further, but it did not get far enough. So I said, you got to go pick it up. But this time when he threw the spider landed upside down, and it looked a little bit more nastier upside down, so it made him even more scared to pick up the spider. This time, instead of him picking it up from my hand and throwing it to the wall, which we were already having problems with, now it was another challenge where he had to flip over the spider and then pick it up and then put it in my hand. And this part is where it just took the longest. This is where, I just had to be 100% patient. And I didn't mind being patient with him, bro, because I wanted him to get over this fear. So then, yeah, I was like, you just gotta pick it up. Affirmation. I'm just telling him that he can do it. Strong. Kyron, I need you to do this. Right? Telling him over and over. And then my wife was in the back of my ear talk about, oh, but what if he gets a phobia and da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. And then his sister's like, I want to do it. I'm like, all right, everybody get the fuck out. My wife, leave. My daughter, go in your room. It's just me and Kyron right now because you guys are just putting too much this and that everywhere. So it's just so much, it's no focus, bro. He's not focusing on his fear. He's just getting way too much loopholes. And at the same time, my wife, she's just trying to, not saying that she was being negative, but she was trying to protect him in a way like he's gonna get a phobia. But I'm like, you're not gonna get a phobia from facing your fears. The way you get phobias is when you enable what you're scared of and you just keep on letting the fear grow and grow. You just let it fester and you just let it become such a big thing. You make it a big thing. Like if I just let him be scared of spiders, there's a chance that he could have, got older and stopped being scared of spiders. Or there's a chance that he could have got older and become even more scared of spiders. Either way, if I just let it sit there, if I just let that fear sit there and let him just look at fear and just be like, okay, create a fear in his mind, I just feel like it's not about the spider. It's more about him as an individual, that he would have just, just succumb to fear. He just, like, whenever there's something he's scared to do, he would just let that fear take over instead of letting himself take over. So back to the whole spider thing, right? So then now it was even 10 times harder. Everybody left. So now it's just me and him. And I'm telling him, get that spider. Get that spider. And bro, I have never seen my son so scared. He was just so scared. And but when I mean by scared, I mean like when he was coming up with any excuse to not touch the spider. He started wiping fake sweat off his forehead. He started all of a sudden feeling itchy. He started all of a sudden wanting to do different things that don't have to be done. Like, oh, I need to pick up this spider. Oh, Dad, you got to open your other hand so I can put the spider in your hand. I need to, oh, let me check on my sister. Oh, let me da da da. Like, he came up with so much. Like, bro, you do not understand how much excuses this dude came up with so fast. So fast, bro. It is excuses after excuses after excuses. But I was right there to just tell him, hey, we're not focusing on all these other stuff. That itch that you're getting, that's something that your fear is creating. So it's trying to have you, like your fear trying to find a reason for you not to touch the spider. It's trying to find a reason for you not to touch this spider. Like whatever excuse you could come up with in your head, you're trying to just come up with anything to get away from touching that spider. And when I seen he got to this point where he was just so, scared of the spider, it's like, okay, this is the part where he needed, some love, bro. So I was like, Kyron, come here. He came to me and I gave him a hug. And after I gave him a hug, I looked at him. I was like, look at me. You can do this. You are strong. You can do this. You are not afraid of that spider. And look, I know I said before that he was afraid of the spider, and it's okay to be afraid. And then now I'm telling him that he is not scared of the spider. It will make sense later. So then this time he went up to the spider, and yeah, it still took some time for him to get near the spider, but then he finally flipped it. No, before I even get there, he was standing in front of the spider. I told him, you need to stand closer, because he was trying to touch the spider, but he was so far from it that he couldn't touch it. So then I said, you need to stand closer. He wouldn't stand closer. You need to stand closer. He wouldn't stand closer. So I had to get up and I had to go and tell him in a stern voice, you need to stand closer to grab that spider. So he did that. He went closer. He was scared, but he still went closer. He went closer to the spider. And then he finally bent down, and then he was doing this thing where he was picking it up, but he wasn't picking it up. He was just doing this with his hand, like trying to act like he's picking it up. I'm like, Kyron, you gotta pick it up. And then finally, bro, he picked it up, and then he brought it to my hand. He brought it to my hand. I was like, see, it wasn't scary, right? He was like, it was. And I'm like, but it wasn't though. It was like, yeah, it was, but you were able to get past it. You're able to overcome it. And then I was like, now I need you to grab it and throw it at the wall. So then he did it again. He grabbed it by this tip of the feet like this and threw it again, missed. So he went back and it flipped over on his stomach again, like on the opposite side where the same thing that happened earlier, where it's on his backside where his under was exposed. But this time when he went to go do it, it was quicker. It was so much quicker. It went from like this long. He went from taking a long time to doing it in such a short time. He flipped over, he went to the spider, and this time he didn't even flip it over. He just literally grabbed it from its tippy parts, like the fucking legs, and put it back in my hand. And then he grabbed it again by the tip, and then he took it again and he threw it, and finally it hit the fucking wall. And when it hit the fucking wall, dude, oh my gosh, like it was just like, bruh, it was such a good fucking feeling, bro. It was such a good feeling. I got so happy. He was happy, and we celebrated. I gave him a hug, all of this stuff, and I'm like, you see how it's not scary no more? Yeah, he like, yeah. And then he seen how it's not scary, and then I was like, here. And then he was still a little bit scared, was still a little bit scared, but then he realized that the spider is not scary at all. And now he's asking for the spider. Oh yeah, I want the spider. I want more spiders. This dude had one spider. Now he's asking for more spiders. This spider that he was so scared of, he started asking for more. I'm like, here, then grab it. And then he grabbed it, and this time he didn't just grab it by the tippy part. He grabbed the whole spider, like the whole spider, and ran to sew it to go scare his mom with the spider. And then he would just, it was just like that, bro. It was like, it made me so happy. It made me so happy that literally like I was about to cry, dude. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was about to cry. And like, to be honest, I feel like I was about to cry only because, you know, it just made me think about like, damn, I wish I had a dad, bro. Like dead ass. Like if I had a dad to teach me shit like that when I was a kid, bro, just teach me like not to like to overcome my fears and shit like that, bro. Man, you know, I just felt like my life would have been on a much, I feel like I would have been going in a different direction, a direction where I would have overcame a lot of stuff way more quicker and easier if I had a dad. But it was like, bro, it just made me so happy in that moment. He was happy, and like literally after that, bro, he kept the spider in his hand, never let go of it the rest of the day, bro. Like literally, this all happened today. Like the whole day, he was just playing with the spider. He made the spider his best friend. He gave the spider a name. His name is Spidey, you know, and it's his best friend. He put the spider to sleep. He wake the spider up. He feed the spider, everything, bro. He just been playing with the spider all day. And like it went from him crying that his sister was sewing the spider in his face to him crying because his sister took the spider from him and he wants the spider back. Like the rest of the day, bro, all he was doing was just playing with the spider, bro. Everywhere. He just everywhere with the spider, holding it fully. And then not only that, later on in the day, like a couple hours later on in the day, I'm just walking in the living room, and also now he's trying to tell me, look, take this spider and throw it at the wall. Yeah. No, and he's like, no. First feel it. You gotta touch it. And then, like he's trying to teach me now. He's trying to teach me how to overcome my fear. I'm like, bruh. And the whole thing about this whole situation, the reason why I had to get this story down, the reason why I give this story is because fear, like what I seen in that moment with my son, like going through all those excuses that he came up with and the fear that he had and this and that, you know, it made me realize that like, bro, fear causes procrastination. Fear is the reason why we procrastinate. Like you always wonder, why are you procrastinating? Why are you not doing the things you want to do in life? It's because you're scared, and the thing that you're scared of, like the fear that you're having, is causing you to come up with so many different excuses on why you shouldn't go and face your fear. It's giving you so much excuses on why you shouldn't push forward, and it gives you a whole bunch of other things to do. So you just sit there and you procrastinate and you don't do what you have to do. You don't do what you want to do, and you just stay scared. And it just, you know, it's like, just think about my son, bro. It's like this spider that he was so scared of became his best friend. Like it literally became his favorite toy, where he just can't let go of it. Like he just holding it, bro. He just won't let go of it. He's so happy with the spider. He's like, there's spider decorations around the house. Now he just pointing at the spiders, and there's a huge spider decoration. He wants to grab that one, bro. Like it literally like his fear just eliminated. And that whole situation I was telling you about, it literally all happened in just less than 30 minutes. It just took 30 minutes for me to sit down, like 30 to 45 minutes for me to sit down with my son and help him overcome his fear with a toy spider. It just literally took that amount of time, and there was no, like, anytime he came up with an excuse, I was there to help him move past that excuse, push that excuse out the way, and focus on what is in front of him, which is the spider that he needs to pick up and throw at the wall to face his fear, to overcome it. And one thing I made sure that did not happen is me yelling at him, or, you know, just raising my voice at him, because there was no point in doing that. Because one thing I did not want to happen is for me to yell or sound aggressive, to have him be more scared of me than he is of the spider. Because if he's more scared of me than he is the spider, then he's just gonna use his fear of me as an excuse to be less scared of the spider. So instead of him being scared of me and everything, because I see a lot of parents, they would like yell at their kids to get over a fear. Like I've been yelled at to get over a fear and shit, and it's just like I just don't want to hear you yelling. I'm just too scared to hear you yell at me or get mad at me. So I use your fear as an excuse to overcome, to not even overcome, but just to belittle the fear that I'm facing right now. So instead of doing that, I had him overcome his fear. I was there just to support him. That's all I was. Like everything my son did, he did it on his own. He overcame his fear. He overcame his procrastination, and he was able to get what he wanted. And what he wanted was to play with this spider and make a friend with this spider, bro. He became best friends with the spider, bro. Like it's so funny, bro. If you were to see him, this dude is just playing with the spider all day, bro. All day. It's the funniest thing ever. Funniest thing ever, bro. And it's just like, yeah. That's the lesson I learned from a 2-year-old today, is that, you know, fear causes procrastination. And if you're able to overcome your fear, you're able to get to the things that you really want in life. You're able to do the things that you really want in life. Like everything that you want, everything that you desire or whatever, it all comes past fear. It's like just even thinking about my YouTube channel, bro. It's like I have a fear of me just staying stuck to one channel and that one channel not blowing up. And I'm just like sitting here making videos for like 30, 20 years plus, and I stay in the same situation for the rest of my life. So it's like I kind of I'm not kind of like, I procrastinate. I'll hop from this channel to another channel. I'll create other channels so I can have an excuse to not focus on the one channel that I have at hand, and start doing a whole bunch of other channels. Like, okay, let me do this channel and I might blow up on this channel way quicker than I blow up on that other channel. And just like I'm doing that, or I'm taking breaks and I'm just watching YouTube videos, or I'm just trying to find any type of excuse that I can, just so I don't focus on this one channel because I'm scared. I have a fear of failing at what I'm doing. And so I procrastinate. And it's like, bro, if I can overcome this fear, literally just focus on this channel right here, right now, where you and me are looking at each other right now, then I know I will blow up on here, bro. I know I will get exactly what I want because I know what it is I want. And also, I forgot to mention the thing about the fear thing, because I was supposed to mention that. The thing with the fears, where I told him that it's okay to be scared, but then I told him that he is not scared. The reason why I mentioned that is because fear, well, I believe that there is two versions of you. There's a reality version of you where it's like the real world. This is reality. This is the real world. This is where logic applies, right? This is where it's just like everything is what it is. And then there's the delusional world. This is where you are. This is where your consciousness is. This is where you are able to create and you daydream and you just have all these goals and wishes for yourself and everything. But then fear comes from the real world. Fear comes from the reality of it is what it is, and there's nothing else you can do about it. That's where your fear comes from. And then where you're not scared, it comes from the delusion. It's like, I'm not actually scared of this. Like, this is where you choose to not be scared of something, and you're not scared because you, like, if you look at him, he's not scared. All he wanted to do was become friends with that spider. That's what he actually wanted. He didn't want to be scared of the spider. You can see, and you can always tell. I can always tell, because it's like whenever he sees these things, he'll appreciate these scary things from a distance. but he'll never do it from, you know, close. Like he won't be close to it. He'll like a skeleton from the distance. He'll like a spider from the distance. But once he's close to it, that's where he's scared. So deep down in his heart, deep down in his conscious, in his delusional world, he wants to become friends with this spider. In reality, he's scared of it because he was told to be scared of it. Like I said, I believe he watched it somewhere on TV or something, where it like to be scared of things or whatever. Because he wasn't scared of things before. Like he just, but at the same time, you know, he didn't develop a consciousness yet. And his consciousness is still developing. It's still being programmed, you know. So yeah, so then there's the real world and the delusional world, and the fear where he's scared. It was telling him to be scared of that spider. Why? Because his fear is trying to protect him. Which is why I told him that it's okay to be afraid, it's okay to be scared. Because sometimes your fear is not a bad thing. It's not something to be mad at. Sometimes you're scared. Well, every time you're scared because you yourself are trying to protect yourself from something. It's like when you're walking down the street and there's your alley. Maybe there's a delusion. Here's your delusional soul saying that you're not scared. That, oh, like, you know, you're curious. Like, what if I walk down this alley? What if there's gold or something? Or what if I find something cool? Or, you know, you're just curious. But then reality kicks in and it's like, don't go down that alley. That's scary, dude. Why is it scary? Because you could end up going in that alley and there could be somebody waiting there just to fucking kidnap you and beat you up and then put you in a van and then take you to a fucking, I don't know, abandoned bando or whatever and take your organs and sell it to the black market. And that's a valid thing to be scared about, bro. It's valid. And you see what I mean by, like, your fear is literally just there to protect you. It's just there to protect you. So there's no reason why you should be angry at your fear. Like, it's like I made a video where I was talking about, like, I feel like I'm at war in myself and I feel like I have to let go. It's like I'm fighting against myself when I should not be fighting against myself. I should be coming together with myself. There's two versions of you that's just trying to merge, that just got to learn to work together. Like, come together and work together. Well, I feel like you ever seen Naruto? If you haven't seen Naruto is a boy who had a nine-tailed fox sealed in him, and this nine-tailed fox is a beast. And if the nine-tailed fox is released, then he has no control over himself, and he's gonna destroy the whole village that he lives at. So this nine-tailed beast inside of him, he doesn't fuck with this nine-tailed beast inside of him because he's able to talk to it inside of him. He's able to talk to this beast inside of himself. And he does not fuck with this beast because this beast caused him to be hated by the whole village. The whole village hates him because they're scared of him, because they're scared of his power and shit. And so my whole point about this is, like, both of them, the nine-tailed beast and himself, they're both, like, say the nine-tailed beast is reality, right? And then say there's himself and he's the delusion, right? He doesn't want to unleash the nine-tailed beast because the nine-tailed beast can hurt the people that he loves. The nine-tailed beast caused him a lot of pain. The nine-tailed beast, you know, it's just literally trying to protect himself, because if Naruto dies, the nine-tailed beast dies also. So he's trying to protect all of them together, whether it's for a good reason or not. He's just trying to protect all of them together, right? Naruto, on the other hand, he wants to have friends. He wants to be strong. He wants to be free, but at the same time, he needs the beast to do that. But they're always fighting with each other. They don't get along with each other. They don't like each other at all. And so, you know, without the beast, Naruto is strong, but not as strong as he wants to be. And the beast, he is locked up and he doesn't get to experience freedom. But once Naruto like got older and he, instead of fighting the beast and being angry with him, he decided to become friends with the beast. And when he became friends with the beast, he just became this OP, the strongest character in fucking Naruto. I mean, it's always called Naruto, but he became the strongest fucking dude, bro. The strongest motherfucker in the fucking show. Because he learned to work together with his other counterpart. There's two versions of you, bro. I hope it made sense. You know, I'm still getting better with the way I speak, you know. I'm still learning, bro. I'm still learning. But it's like once he learned to work together with, you know, his self, he became the most strong person in the whole fucking universe. And that's what you can do, literally. You can become so much more powerful as a human if you just learn to work together with yourself. You know, you got your fear. If you know what to be afraid of, you know when to let your fear take control. You let your fear take control when it needs to take control. Like when there's an alley, and it's like telling you not to go down that alley because you could end up not coming out that alley alive. Or you could use yourself to take control. You could take control and let your fear sit down for a second whenever there's things that you actually want to do in life, like make friends with a spider, a toy spider that's not gonna hurt you or anything, you know. Yeah, that's the whole point of this video, man. You know, fear, procrastination, you overcome all of that. Fear causes procrastination. Once you overcome your fear, you're able to do whatever you want in this world. Whatever you want. Nothing can hold you back. And my son taught me that. I ain't gonna lie, bro, that was one of the greatest times that was one of my favorite parenting moments ever, bro. That's literally gonna be a core memory for me forever. Like, you don't understand how happy that made me feel, dude. Like, that was like genuine, this happiness. Like once he picked up that spider and threw it at the wall, bro, I literally damn near cried, bro. Like just him taking the spider and throwing it at the wall, something so simple, bro. It literally almost made me cry, but it just made me think, like, bro, if I had that as a kid, dude, man, my son's gonna be he's gonna be so much better than me when he's older, bro. My son is gonna be so much better than me when he's older. And I feel like that's the goal. Anyways, you made it this far in the video. This was a long video. And if you made it this far, I appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one.